Keith, in Ohio, what's your take on all of this?
Well, Alex, it's just one more step down that path to trying to take firearms away from the private individuals. In Ohio, we had a couple years ago, state sales agents came to the Dayton gun show and went around and started issuing tickets to everyone for not having a vendor's license. And they got about halfway through the show, and they went to this one guy who was set up there, and they asked him for his ID, and he gave it to him. They wrote him a ticket. He said, what you're doing is illegal, and you're going to get in trouble. And they started saying, we know what we're doing. He goes, your boss is so-and-so? Yeah. His boss is so-and-so? Yeah. I'm his boss. And you're handing out tickets to people who have already paid taxes on items, and they're reselling them at private sale. And he said, all the citations you've issued are illegal. So they were going around trying to get them pulled back in, and a bunch of the dealers had already left, the private dealers. Now, the vendors' licensed dealers and the firearms dealers were still set up at the show. And in doing so, Mayor Bloomberg this year came out and sent undercover sting operatives to the show.
That's right. Bloomberg, stay there. I'm going to hold you over. This is so key, you know, because I recognize the cases you're bringing up, and this is a very important call. Bloomberg is in more than 14 states. He's even down in Florida, sending his undercover people into other states so he can then try to sue your states like he is the king of the country. Go ahead.
Yeah, what they did is they were coming into the gun shows and then going around and trying to buy off of private sales. And then after they'd agree on price and stuff, they would drop a hint that maybe they couldn't pass a background check or do some other stuff. And then they were using selective video, not using all the videos, and then trying to shut down the Dayton gun shows. Well, what happened is the guy that runs the Dayton gun shows came out on his own, and he's issued little booklets that he hands out at the gun show, making sure everyone's following the state law.
That's how you do it. You get everybody together to realize the stings are happening or they kill our culture.
Right, and what they did is he's issuing these little booklets to educate sellers on how to recognize a straw buyer or how to try to these things happen, and giving them out saying, look, you got to just check he's a resident of the state, that they're over the proper age, if it's 18 for a rifle or shotgun or 21 for a handgun. You verify their driver's license, they verify yours. That makes it legal sale in Ohio without having to go through the NICS background check.
But again, under common law, a citizen can sell to their neighbor. It's not their fault if it turns out the neighbor was a bad guy. You know, the answer is more guns, less crime. Stay there. I want to come back to you, Keith, and let you finish from Ohio, a police officer, then Mark in Florida, police officer. And we need more police officers to speak out so you're not ordered to engage in tyranny. And it's the citizen's job to stop this. The Austin Police Department is outrageous.